on Mary Brascia, grandstand court. I'm Will Doughton alongside Dave Weinbach. We've got the 4 seed in Brascia taking on the 8 seed in Buckner here at the Hyundai Masters.
Buckner back in action after delivering a baby recently. Great to see her.
That's a great backhand volley right there from Mary Brascia. Just getting Buckner on the run. And she strikes first here in game 1, 1-0. That's a great point there from Brooke Buckner. Gets some great touch on that first backhand volley. Brascia gets there, but Buckner able to put it away with some help from the net. And that is a devastating forehand drive from Brooke Buckner there.
Wicked.
Ties it up at 1. And Buckner having a solid return to singles in the first event of 2024, taking out Georgia Johnson yesterday. And that forehand, what an angle there, Dave.
So Brascia's got to realize that Brooke loves that forehand down the line. So she's not going to be able to cheat as much on her backhand side in this match. So let's see if she can identify that trend and stay to her right a little bit more than what she has been. That's really good court coverage there by Brooke, anticipating that cross-court forehand pass there by Mary.
Players talking about the state of the ball. Buckner trying to scrape some dirt off.
And these players do use a brand new ball for each new game. That's going to sail way long on that two-handed backhand. So Brascia with a 1-3 deficit here, trying to get to 2.
That backhand going to fall just a bit short. And Brascia putting a lot of pressure on Buckner right there from the kitchen. So tough to play defense. And we see Brascia right there really attacking the backhand of Brooke Buckner, going back to that shot 3 or 4 times in a row, even when she got to the kitchen. We'll see if that trend continues.
Yeah, that's really good coverage there by Brooke, anticipating that ball coming down the line, sitting on that forehand volley. So as these players work into their rhythms here early in game 1. Yeah, and there's that forehand drive down the line again, where she takes that across her body and flicks it with a lot of topspin. That's Buckner's biggest weapon, is that forehand topspin drive. So let's see if Brascia avoids that as this match progresses and attacks more deep to the Buckner backhand. Unfortunately, she did not do that, and as a result,
And a great backhand roll volley there from Brooke Buckner coming out of the timeout.
Buckner getting a lot of these balls deep in the court, in the back third of the court, and that's putting a lot of pressure on Brascia's shot, so credit to Brooke. And announcer's curse.
course, the serve falling into the net there gets the side out for Brascia. We'll see what she can do here on serve.
Mary needs to try to get that serve to Brooke's backhand. She also needs to hit more return of serves to Brooke's backhand. And if she sees Brooke cheating over too much, that's when you go out wide to the forehand and make her try to track it down.
The depth of Brascia, keeping Brooke Buckner back on that point.
I think Brascia has a slight edge in mobility on the court, and I give Buckner the edge with the velocity and the pace on the ground strokes. As you just saw, right on cue.
Buckner forehand coming in clutch. We can't forget about the backhand from Brooke Buckner that really created that opportunity for a short forehand.
Yeah,
step up in the court there.
I love how she accelerates through the ball on that two-handed backhand, and she comes out and then over to create that incredible topspin to bring the ball down and dip and make her opponent's volley tougher. That's the return that I think Brascia has to utilize more if she's gonna win this match. That's the key shot, I think, for her. That's really good pressure there by Brooke. I love how she moved forward after that deep ball to the backhand. She didn't just stay stale and stagnant. And that's the mistake that Mary is making, is she's hitting those returns not only to the forehand, but kind of shorter in the court. It's just giving Brooke too easy of a pass. That's a beautiful two-handed backhand down the line.
And you hear Brascia there trying to pump herself up after that great backhand winner down the line.
So 2-7 here. And Mary a little disappointed in herself there. She knows she had a really good look at that forehand pass. So now she's got to have a big stop here. I think if Brooke gets to 8, it's going to be really tough, and that is not going to help her cause.
That's a great return right there from Brascia, catching the inside of the line. Getting that much needed side.
Yeah, I think if you're Mary, you got two targets going forward in this match. Either you go to the Buckner backhand, or you go sharp forehand angle to make her move. Like that.
That is a great shot, cross-court passing shot from Mary Brascia right there. Right on cue, Dave. Makes it 3-8 here in game 1.
So she got the ball she wanted there, and that's a backhand volley that she's going to make 9 out of 10 times. That's the ball that she wants. And that'll be a reserve.
Just a little wide on that backhand.
And that's very uncharacteristic from Mary. That's usually her strength, that she loves that two-handed backhand pass. Yeah, and that's just a frustrated return. We've seen 3 or 4 of those in this game from
That's a great point. women's singles quarterfinal, excuse me, about to start. Brascia to serve. And what a passing shot there from Brooke Buckner. Was able to really set her legs, set her feet on that backhand drive. She gets the opening side out. And great depth on that return from Mary Brascia right there, landing just inside the line.
And that's what I was talking about earlier with Mary, is she's got to test Buckner's mobility and endurance. You know, this is Brooke's first tournament, I think, back after her pregnancy. And I think if you're Mary, you've got to work her and test that mobility and try to wear her down. So if this does go to a deciding game 3, then Brascia would have the advantage. Brooke just on fire, Will. Very, very impressed with her ground strokes, both on the forehand and backhand side.
And what a shot there from Brooke Buckner. That's the second time this game we've seen her hit that winner from the backhand. Just gets it down the line, barely gets a paddle on it, but gets so much power. What a shot there.
Mary's returning to the wrong place there. You can't go at the body, and you can't go to the forehand close to the right hip. I think Mary's got to pick on those two targets. Backhand or angle to the forehand and make Brooke move to hit that passing shot.
And that backhand falling a little short, goes into the net there. Brascia serving up 2-1 here in game 2.
Just love how Brooke moves through that ball with her paddle. The constant acceleration into the ball, very impressive. Wow, two great overheads. You can tell Buckner with the tennis background, she's got all the skills. She's got the drive, she's got the volley, she's got the backhand, she's got the overheads, which is what makes her such a successful singles player here at the PPA.
And again, Buckner just destroying the third shot drive, able to get it past Brascia on those returns. Even when Brascia is trying to return to the backhand, Buckner able to run around it and drive that forehand. So tough to stop.
Let's see where Mary decides to go on this backhand return. She went down the line on the angle, but just hit the net. So Buckner keeps building here. She's at 4 here in the second game.
And it looks like Brooke Buckner cannot miss if she tried right now, Dave.
And there's Mary testing that mobility of Buckner, and Buckner responds. Very impressive display here by Brooke Buckner against a very accomplished women's singles player on the PPA Tour in Mary Brascia. And Brascia calling it out and appealing.
Looks like that call will stand. Makes it 3-5, Brascia on serve.
Yeah, that looked really close to me from our vantage point. staying back.
That's a great point by Brascia. You've got to give credit to Brooke Buckner on the mobility, keeping that point going a lot longer than it looked like it would have been going. Brascia brings it to within 1 here in game 2.
See the depth that Brooke is getting on those drives, both on their forehand and her backhand. It's just putting a lot of pressure on Brascia, but a real credit to Brooke Buckner coming out on fire here in this match. A very impressive display. What an arsenal.
And just Brooke Buckner just going to that forehand, going to the forehand volley of Mary Brascia twice in a row. Catches her leaning the wrong way on the second. So hard to stop that when you're trying to stop the server from scoring points. And Buckner also almost gets another one. Went from slicing on that backhand to trying driving it up the line. No good on that one.
Oh, great return. And it's going to sail long, so Brascia got the forehand that she wanted. So the ball will get back to Buckner, looking to get off of this 5 here and take control of this game 2.
And a bit of a stalemate here with Buckner leading 5-4 in game 2. A couple straight side outs.
Oh, and Mary set it up perfectly. Got the backhand volley she won.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Yeah, don't hit me, I'ma fall like face it. None of y'all can stop me saying what we like face it. Shut it down, you know I'm the one doing face it. None of y'all can stop me saying what we like. Yeah, face it. Yeah, face it. Yeah, face it.
Brooke Buckner to serve. And the net not working in favor of Buckner there. Keeps the ball on her side of the net.
Brascia trying to get that return of serve to the Buckner backhand, but Brooke likes to run around that and rip a forehand a la Jack Sock. Forehand really hung up there by Mary and gave Brooke lots of time to get over to her right side and finish that ball out. So Buckner going to try to get to 6 here. It's her 5th try.
And this 5th try is successful. She gets to 6. That return just a little bit wide from Brascia.
Boy, Buckner is just on fire with these ground strokes, and it's just putting Brascia in really, really tough positions there. It's not just the power, it's the location, it's the depth. It's also the terrific court coverage. Very impressed with Brooke's overall singles game here today. So tremendous crowds here all week long. And that's the return I've been looking from Brascia this entire match. That puts a lot of pressure on the Buckner backhand. If Mary's going to come back and win this, she's got to target that spot on the court. And when Buckner cheats a little bit too much to run around it, that's when she's got to throw a few balls out wide on the forehand side.
got the shot she wanted there, got the forehand volley, unable to convert. It's a great point by both players.
Okay, so Brascia serving at 5-8 here, looking to claw back in this game too.
What a point from both players. They're battling it out at the kitchen. Some great dinks there.
Great court coverage there by Mary, and Brooke, to her credit, really anticipated that ball to her forehand, got the volley that she wanted and just dumped it in the net. Buckner moving incredibly well. Very impressed with her mobility today. I thought that was one thing that was a question mark in my mind coming into this match, and I would have given Brascia the edge there. Wow, an incredible return. Buckner runs around the backhand, rips a forehand inside out for a flat out winner. And that's gonna sail wide, so Brascia very frustrated on that side of the court, really doesn't know what else she can do here. So this gets us to a championship point.
And that is going to do it. Brooke Buckner books her spot in the women's singles semifinal with an 11-3, 11-6 victory over Mary Brascia. What